What is up, everyone? Welcome to another breakdown here for the MVPS Spring Skirmish. So I am actually going to be commentating this, so it's going to be good for me to look over this. I wasn't able to get out this past weekend to go and actually play on the layout, so these are going to be all my first impressions like normal. So there might be some things that are subtly a little bit different, but hopefully this gives you guys some ideas to be able to go and just be even better as you practice and get ready for the event. I did want to mention real quick about, if you check it in the description down below, there is a free cheat sheet basically for drills. So go ahead and click down there, get a whole bunch of drills for free. But like with any of my other breakdowns, I'm going to go side by side, or section by section, not side by side. So we're going to start with the snake side. So let me click into this here, and that way we can move over. So because of the way that this layout is, what I'm going to do is consider this section the middle, and all of this the middle. So I'm not going to worry about that. So the first bunker that we're going to get actually into is this this little brick. So coming out, as I'm moving out, so just like any other breakdown, you really want to make sure that you're looking to see who is it that shoots me on the way out. So coming out, I'm already seeing that you're going to have issues with the tower. They're going to be able to drop it straight through here. So this section right here. Over here might be actually a little bit easier for you to be able to get underneath that, but this zone right here is going to be kind of sketchy. So changing up how it is that you're getting out to this little brick, this God bunker, if you want to call it that, is going to be something that is going to mess with the other team. Of course, you can always have people shooting back at those that are going to be giving you issues, but that's for the middle, so you got to watch that one. So let's see here. So as I'm coming out, I guess you could have some issues with some of the guys coming up through here shooting this way. I think you should be able to get past that. As they get closer though, they have a decent shot coming in. So if you run a different route every time, that's going to help you out. So just make it be more effective. So once you're actually in here though, what's good is that you can hold this snake gap. So if there's no one in the snake yet, coming over to here and just shooting down into that, you have a whole lot that you can shoot into. It doesn't really look like there's going to be a lot of bounces coming off. There might be one off here that kind of comes in, but I feel like it's going to be a little bit more difficult for them to be able to shoot this way and it skip all the way in. Just my own personal opinion. Try it out though, because if you can get a bounce to come into this guy, it's going to help you getting into the snake. But if there isn't one, and you don't have someone in the snake, just know that this guy's going to be an issue. So that is definitely something you'd want to watch out for. So looking at the inside here, you could help a little bit with the Dorito side, but not a whole lot. So this is not going to be a bunker you want to go to help out that Dorito side. What helps is that this pin is going to block you out from shots over the top. So you might be able to come over the top a little bit, of course being careful of the Dorito side. So I wouldn't have this be like I can stand up over the top and just shoot, but at least with your mirror you can maybe stand up a little bit, get a different shot. You know, it's something a little bit different, but sitting lower and shooting into this gap is going to be pretty good. So having someone come out here and being able to pump paint through there looks pretty solid. So let's keep going out. So as I'm going out to the snake corner, those towers are pretty strong. Both those towers look real solid. So they both have good shots coming into you. The Aztec as well is able to shoot through here into the snake corner. So just know that coming out to the snake corner, you're going to have a lot of people that have those shots coming into you. So shots off the break, if you can switch up a lot of what it is that you're doing, it's going to make it where it's going to be a lot more difficult for the players to be able to pick up exactly where to shoot. So just give them a lower chance of being able to get that elimination. So let's actually get into here though. And again, I'm not super tall, so I'm going to drop this down a little bit. Okay, so down the wire for the snake, it actually looks, let me see if I can scoot this a little bit. Come on, I believe in you. There we go. So if I scoot this down and scoot over. So it looks like, and I need to get closer here. One, you can stop the movement down the snake tape. So this is so you see how they're all in the same line. So it's not an outside or inset corner or snake, everything is right in line. So that's going to cause issues for you and the snake. So this is definitely someone that having someone here would be really helpful for your snake player. And it looks like they can shoot and drop over the top here of, it looks like it would be your snake 2 going into their snake 4. So being able to shoot down into this zone right here, and I'm just scooted, you know what I mean, gone out to the outside here, it looks like you do have some decent shots down the wire. Something else that I noticed was that this snake corner can wrap and shoot into that God bunker that we were looking at earlier. So that's going to be something that if you swing someone out to go out wide, now this guy has to worry about tucking in because you can shoot down on them. So it's just going to make it more difficult for that person to stay alive. But if they are shooting flat, they should be able to kind of cover both zones for the entrance of the snake and also for the corner. But you might be able to mess with them to pull it either higher or lower to help someone either get out wide to the corner or to go shorter into the snake. So that teamwork is definitely going to be important here. And let's look at these inside shots. So it looks like you're going to have drop shots, so make sure that you're tucked in. So if you're shooting down the wire, make sure that you're tucked in and staying tight. And it doesn't really look like you can do a whole lot to help out the Dorito side. So I wonder if this is going to be one of those fields where it's almost like you're playing 2 games at the same time, where there's like a snake side playing each other and Dorito side playing each other. So we'll see that more as we investigate. But again, this is all first impressions. So let's actually get into the snake here. And as I'm getting in, what I'm looking for is trying to see who is it that shoots me. I think you should be relatively safe from this tower over the top if you hug the beam. If you go out a little bit, they might be able to drop it over the top to clip a pack. So just make sure that you're playing this tight. Let me get down like we're actually playing the snake here. Okay, and too far. All right, so I'm gonna move this, come on. I'm gonna move this over so we can look here at the Dorito shots. So you can kind of shoot into the gap here and a little bit into this gap, maybe catch someone. I wonder if you can actually bounce it off this tower into that Dorito. So be sure to look out for the bounce shot possibilities. So that is definitely something, but it doesn't really look like you can do a whole lot on the inside. Let's look to the outside. So of course you have to worry about that snake corner, and click this so I can turn it. So that way we can see more of a wrap shot. Okay, so you should be able to stay wrapped low and be safe from both of those towers. You have the pin blocking you, and then also just that little W is big enough that if you stay low, you can get a different shot. So maybe if there's someone that's posted here or posted here, you would have those shots. But just know that if someone is sneaky enough, I think they might be able to get to this wedge to be able to shoot over the top here. So that's another way that you can maybe stop the snake if they do send a snake. Okay, so let's move into the snake 2. Of course, if they're in that Dorito, you have a real easy shot on there. But be mindful that they have that same shot back. Shooting into, again, these wedges, you'd have to worry about that a little bit. Of course, if they're in your wedge, you got other issues. But the one that's further back, people could probably get into to be able to get that shot. And the inside shots, I'm not really seeing a whole lot. So let's get out around. So this is where the tower would be able to do at least a little bit more damage to be able to shoot down over to here. I think if you skim this, the paint's going to drop right about here. Let me see. Yeah, I think you should be able to catch the guy trying to come around. So if you know that they're in the snake 2, you can have someone come to this tower, maybe even this Aztec, and shoot into here and stop or help stop that movement. Remember that they can pop the top and put you in and then go. So just know that, but at least you'd be able to see the move. They're not going to sneak up on you and get into the snake 3. So once they're in the snake 3, they have some better shots into the Dorito. If they back up a little bit, I guess they could shoot one kind of over the top of these little cakes into the other Dorito there, but it's not really like a super strong, it's a lot of the same shots. I mean, you're really only opening up this shot and this shot, and even this one, if they stay low, I don't think you're going to be able to clip them. So let's see. as we come around here. So that tower, this tower might be good to send someone, but if you're in the snake, you need to make sure that you're looking at this guy and also at this wedge. So these two are going to be definitely a thorn in your side for the snake, because it looks like they're going to be able to shoot down onto the outside. So let's see, go into the snake 4. And as usual, the shots get better as you get closer. Makes it a lot easier when you start getting behind people. So this tower should be able to skim it over the top as well. So this snake is not one that you can just get into and just go all the way down. It seems like there's people that are able to do some stops along the way. So you just want to make sure that you're checking that off. If you don't feel the pressure over the top, when you're playing, try to see if you can get past without being seen. If you can, then if you're crawling, you kind of look up and see, okay, who is it that is shooting at me? I don't know that they're going to be able to bait you, but if they can see you, then they can just shoot that outside. So that's something you want to check. So let's get up into their snake 4, and we can turn this. So of course we have better shots into the wedge. Why did that mouse get huge? The Dorito, and into the brick here. And then of course into this other Dorito. And then of course it's always just going to get better as we move along. So yeah, as you get closer, really the outside, all these outside moves, you got to be careful of these guys that can stand up and shoot down on you. There's a lot that can do that. So this is definitely not a snake that you're just going to be able to go and, you know, just crush people in. You know, it's like a type of snake that you have to be crafty. So having that two-person attack is going to be really important. Making sure that you have people that actually sending this snake corner could be helpful. Let me double check before I speak out of turn. Yeah, so this can is able to help with kind of putting people in. So you can see that the shot they have on the tower, if it's enough to put the person in, they have to roll back and they can't get as good of a shot for you to go. That's really helpful. So having someone back here is going to be definitely a good thing. It looks like they can also get a drop shot into this other tower. Now they can take a knee and get out of the way of it, but maybe it's enough that it puts them in. And same with this Aztec here. So definitely a two-person attack on this snake side. This is not one that you just send one person, just send them straight down, or you put two in the snake. Putting another one in the snake would be beneficial just to help stop someone else from moving down the wire. But once they're past this snake 2, you can't stop the movement. So actually you staying in this corner might be the better option. You're a little bit blind to the entrance of the snake, but it looks like you can support your snake a little bit better. So that's just my first impressions. Tell me, did I miss something? Like I said, I wasn't able to get out this past weekend to go and play the layout. So put in the comments down below, what was your favorite spot to go off the break on the snake side? Was there anything that I missed? And do you agree, disagree, anything like that? I did want to give a quick shout out again to, the free cheat sheet drill ebook down below in the description, but also this Pro Peptides. There is a deal going on right now for the BPC 157 and the Pro 4, so you can get 20% off if you use AC Greg, and then if you use Watch, Learn, Win, you get 10% off of everything else. So Pro Peptides has been fantastic, help you heal. But that AC Greg, the 20% off for the BPC and the Pro 4, that's only going to be till June 1st. So just a quick heads up about that. But thanks for watching, and make sure you watch the middle, the Dorito side, and also the possible bounces. I'll see you guys at the event.